Hello friends, welcome to my workshop. In this workshop, I'm going to try to give you as much information as you need to get started on your own. You do need guidance on this journey. This is a medicine, so the way it works is not like any other medications that you know of. That's why this workshop is very much needed. More guidance usually is needed also sometimes, depending on the situation. But this is just a general one that works for majority of people. So I created this myself. This is based on my experience and my research. It's based on the research that I have done, which is probably close to a year of complete obsession with this medicine, and obviously my experience and experience of the people that I work with. So I created this very simple roadmap to transformation with this medicine, and it always starts with feeling. Actually, the feelings don't start immediately. A lot of the people that I work with, within 2-3 days, they text me and tell me that they feel euphoric and they absolutely love it. And they want to know if this feeling is going to last, which is when I tell them, yes, you can feel like that for the rest of your life. However, you have to go through some feeling, which is healing. A lot of emotions are going to come up, not all right away. If you're doing a big dose, they all going to come up right away. If you microdosing, it's going to come up little by little over the course of a few weeks or a few months. But when these feelings come up and when they arise, you're going to have to feel them. And you don't want to be at work, you don't want to be around kids. We'll talk about that later. Once you feel all your feelings, that's how healing happens. You are going to raise your vibration, and I'm going to talk about that. I actually have courses about that separately. But basically, when you raise your vibration, it means you're always in a good mood and you have emotions such as love and peace, and those are very high vibrational emotions, as opposed to anger, victimhood, sadness, shame. Shame is the lowest vibration. So you're going to go from the lower vibrations to the higher vibrations, and your life is going to start changing because it's just science. It's just quantum physics. You're going to see everything just starts working out for you in your favor, etc. And then once that happens, you're going to notice that you start manifesting things. And you're going to decide that you probably want to become a conscious creator rather than just create by accident, by having all these unnecessary thoughts that you don't really want. And then you're going to take control of your mind and you're going to become a conscious creator. So this is just in a nutshell. The doses and schedules. This is a microdosing workshop, right? So microdosing has to be perceptual. It doesn't have to be, but it's intended. If you like to feel a little something, depending on your setting, maybe when you're home or on the weekend, you can take a higher doses when you feel a little something, but you're going to learn that later on your own because you're going to build a relationship with this medicine. So we usually say 1 day on and 2 days off. That's Dr. Fadiman's protocol. That's my favorite, man. Even though other protocols do exist, you can research that on your own. But you are going to have a personal relationship with this medicine, and the ideal dose and timing is going to be discovered by you. And I also help you develop a customized schedule, but that's only in the beginning, because later on, trust me, you're going to have such a good intuition. You're going to know how to work with this medicine on your own in terms of dosing. Okay, so when you first start, I call this phase initial dosing. The first few days, the first week. You might not feel the first dose at all. Most people don't feel the first one. You might not experience any feelings, which things is still happening. The rewiring of your brain is still happening. You just don't really feel it. You might feel a boost of energy, focus, and creativity. A lot of people feel that. They start cleaning up their house. They start cooking from scratch. Like things like that happen. But it doesn't really last forever unless you want it to. It's usually like in the beginning. You may observe changes in your diet. Not everybody observes those changes, but people that are eating unhealthy or using food to soothe themselves, which was my case, you will immediately notice that that's gone. You will notice changes in your social interactions. You'll see some boundaries. You see that you're not holding back anymore. You basically become less shy, more social. And if you have a job that involves projects and things like that, you might find it much, much easier to complete projects because your brain is basically being biohacked right now. And you're going to experience clearer thoughts. So this is the initial dosing. It can last between just a few days to a week or two. You need to prepare yourself. I always tell everybody, this is not something that is a magic pill. You prepare yourself, be ready. You may feel increased anxiety, but it's not even anxiety. Anxiety is just a fear. It's just a form of fear. So everybody, all of us have a lot of fears. So all of your fears are going to come up, and just observe them. Don't be scared by them, just observe them. You might be irritable by some people because you're going to realize they're not really. They're draining your energy. Before you didn't realize that, but now with psychedelics you do. So you might start setting some boundaries. Now, if any of these uncomfortable things come up, do not stop, because that means they are working. So just find space. You see what I said here? Higher dose. Take a higher dose. Go meditate. Make sure nobody's around. It's gonna bring a lot of clarity to why you're feeling this way. And it's gonna bring some memories. You'll see. Okay, so the next phase is shift in perspective. Actually, these phases overlap sometimes. So you might have simultaneously a shift in perspective on all the other things that are happening. But that's when you start to feel euphoric, and you want to feel like that all the time. You may be able to feel like that all the time, but you do have to put in some work. You start to have faith, right? It has something to do with serotonin. So serotonin is everything is going to be okay type of hormone. You are going to have so much of it, not just your own, but psilocybin mimics serotonin. So you're going to have all your own serotonin plus the one that psilocybin gives you, which is psilocin. You're going to have new thought patterns. You are going to have a heightened awareness of other people's energies, including your own. You are going to start to kind of understand how quantum physics work, and maybe you will go and start researching them because intuitively you're going to be interested in energy and things like that. And when I say you're going to feel people's energy, you're going to feel who's draining you. You're going to feel who is giving you energy. You're going to feel who is raising your vibe and who's lowering your vibe. You will have enhanced self-love. That's the whole point of this. Mushrooms teach you how to love yourself so much that you will never let anyone else ever have any ill intent towards you, or even if they don't have an ill intent, even if they simply draining you, you're going to set boundaries. But at the same time, you're going to have more enjoyable interactions with people and even animals and nature. It's very interesting. You're going to have a lot of compassion. And if you have any type of addictions like alcohol or some other drugs, I don't even know what other drugs that they are, but like cigarettes, they are going to either disappear, or you're going to not have any cravings anymore, but you're still going to have that, like, I guess, emotional addiction. Because I have some people that they don't have the cravings anymore, but they still will have a drink once in a while because they just kind of used to like it, but they starting to realize there's no point anymore. Okay, so you're going to prepare yourself again. You're going to become aware of unhealthy environments and individuals. You see how the guy is like, oh my God, like I can't stand this job anymore. A lot of people realize that they don't like their job or their home or even their partner, right? That can happen, guys. So you might have to modify your life. And for example, what I did was I left the Department of Education because it was making me sick. Back in the day, I would just go drink alcohol and overeat, but now that it's all gone, I realized that my job was making me sick. So I left, and it was not easy. It was very, very difficult to overcome that fear, to give up your safety and security. So I don't recommend people just walking off the jobs once they take psychedelics, but slowly, logically, safely find a way out of unhealthy situations in your life. Okay, so at this point, having a coach can be beneficial. So if you start feeling this way, at this point, having a coach like me or whoever you trust would be beneficial, because this is not an easy journey. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it does happen. Okay, so in the next phase is self-discovery. Again, it's not necessarily going to go in a linear fashion. It might all happen simultaneously, but this is a phase. You're going to start taking control of your negative thoughts, because you're going to realize that you are creating your own reality. And you're going to take control of your thinking, which is hopefully going to be all positive. And that's going to enhance your life situation. And everything that you're going to do, you're going to rewire your brain, and you're going to create new behavioral patterns. And self-discovery usually involves discovering what you are really passionate about, what makes you very, very happy. And hopefully you'll go and focus on that and start changing your life. So you become more optimistic in life, and you would like to create something, or you would like to help people. A lot of people that take psychedelics, they want to help other people. All of my clients, they take it, they feel the benefits, and they want to tell everybody, especially family. That's who people start with. But people don't believe it. So I chose this path. Many people don't choose it. They change their life with psychedelics, but then they decide to do something else with it. That's also fine. I just chose this, but you may choose something else. And decisions, your life decisions, are going to be guided by intuition now, not the mind. So in my course, that's what I teach. I teach how to take control of your mind, connect with your heart. Guys, even up to driving your car. This is how it's getting to the point where you even start driving your car intuitively. It's like you know exactly where you're going, and even if you daydream and you forgot, the intuition is going to kick in and tell you where to go. You're going to be guided by your heart, by your soul, by your whatever you want to call it, when you have the self-discovery phase. All right. A lot of people have spiritual awakening from this thing. Not everybody, but some people do. Okay, I said a lot. I don't know in terms of numbers, but some people have spiritual awakening from this medicine, which involves increased awareness. You meet your higher self, or your spirit guides, or you connect with the source, or you connect with your heart, whatever vocabulary you want to use. You start to question beliefs, your own beliefs, because you realize that they didn't come from your own consciousness. They came from society, from parents, etc. Of course, you would like to change your life, obviously, which is what I did. Like I left my job, Department of Education job, and things like that. I spoke about intuition already. You have heightened intuition. You basically just listen to your intuition, and your intuition only, and nobody else. Yes, you have a coach in the beginning of your journey, but once you get to this point, you don't need a coach. You don't need anybody. You don't need an advice from anyone anymore, because now you have your own intuition. And if you trust it, that's it, you're good. You have increased empathy now. You understand that we are all one, and you're not going to be triggered anymore by people, because you understand that everybody's on their own journey trying to hurt anybody. Everybody's just operating from their own limited beliefs or whatever it is. Okay, synchronicities, we all know about angel numbers. That's how it starts usually. 111, 222, 333, etc. And then you're just going to notice other synchronicities too. You have a sense of purpose, and you want to discover what is your purpose. And this medicine really helps you with that. You can go and meditate and connect with your higher self and find out what your purpose is. The thing is though, if you are spiritually awakened and you discover your purpose, you kind of have no other choice after that, because if you don't follow that purpose, you're going to fall into depressions. You're going to feel emotions that you don't want to feel. You might have no energy. You're going to have to follow that path, because I got off my path a few times and it was horrible. I was completely depressed. I couldn't relate to anybody, and as soon as I jumped back into this, that's it. I was happy again. My energy increased and motivation, and everything started working out for me. The importance of meditation. Some people say meditation is not for me. I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. Well, you're going to have to. Your mind is flooded with so many thoughts. I mean, so many things all day long. You cannot possibly connect to your higher self, to your soul. You have to meditate in order to connect with your heart. It calms your body and mind. And basically, meditation is kind of like conscious sleeping. The healing is happening through meditation. I have clients that did not meditate, and I kept saying meditate, meditate, meditate every single day, and they learned finally how to meditate, and now they will be having a bad day and then go in the car and meditate for 5 minutes, and then the rest of the day is fine. So it resets your body and mind, and connects you to your higher self, and gives you access to your subconscious mind. So the medicine will bring up the memories. It's going to reveal the trauma stored in your body, and you're going to have to relive them by remembering them, feeling the emotions, and it's gonna come out of your body. That's it. That's what the medicine does for you. So meditation, yeah, it's non-negotiable on this journey. All right, So I also teach a course based on this book. It's not the whole course, but some of the lessons are based on this book. Non-thinking is very, very, very important because thinking is the cause of suffering. Your natural state without any thinking is love, peace, joy, and unconditional love. You can feel like this as much as you want as long as you disconnect from thinking. It is very difficult to do, but with the medicine, with the meditation, with the daily practice, it's possible. Thinking is really not meant to help you thrive. It's only meant to help you survive. You have universal intelligence already within you, so by non-thinking, you can connect with it. And psilocybin and meditation makes it super, super, super easy. It's like opening up a portal to another dimension and going and meeting your higher self. Okay, the importance of education on this journey too, because clients are constantly coming, constantly asking me questions. They want to learn. You do want to learn on this journey. It's not going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very rewarding. You're going to love it. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to feel like your brain is like a sponge and it's just absorbing all this new information. So the reason why it's important because psilocybin promotes neuroplasticity. You're going to have your neural pathways disconnect the ones that are not good for you, that are not helpful, like drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, habits that are not good for you. Those neural pathways are just going to disconnect. And new neural pathways are going to form. And it's very important to be looking at the right information, the right content, the right educational resources on the journey to rewire your brain in a way that you want it. You're gonna see something and you're gonna immediately want to change your habits, and that will create new neural pathways. Mushrooms are all about your health, mind, body, and soul and spirit. So whatever's healthy for you, you're going to create those neural pathways. And you're going to naturally and intuitively be attracted to topics like spirituality, quantum physics, and trauma healing. But if you don't know where to look, I do have courses. I really hope that you will open up your mind and give this medicine a chance. I do give out free samples because I believe in it that much. And if you want to contact me for a free sample, you can subscribe here and I will send you an email.